Hello and welcome to the JC Coin channel. This video is going to be part of the series Where and How to Find Your Favorite Crypto. This is one, it's going to be about Zergpool. So if you like the video and find value in the information, please like and leave a comment. And if you haven't joined the channel, please subscribe. It'll help us grow, and also will notify you when we post new material. All right. So now Zergpool is a pretty interesting site. It does have a plethora of information about mining, and basically it's a mining site. It has several algorithms that it supports. So first we're going to do is it is at zergpool.com, as you can see here on the site, and we're on the home tab right now. So Zergpool mining, it's got a lot going on. So let's start off with the algorithms that it shares on its home page. So you have your alum, or allium, which is shows you the type, which is for GPU and FPGA, and it tells you the port, shows you the port number and the coin here for that algorithm, for the main coin. Then it also show you how many miners are mining currently. You see before the slash is the shared miners, and then those that are mining solo. So this one has 64, or they call them pool, are mining in a pool. So 64 with the pool and 10 solo. So in this example, it also gives you the hash rate for pool and solo. So there's no slash, so it looks like it's the same for both. And the profit factor, along with the current estimate and 24-hour estimate, and then 24-hour actual. So this is what they estimated, this is what the miners actually got. And it goes on in by algorithm. As you see, BitNet, got some Blake 2S, BMW 512, CPU power, CPU. Let's see what coin they're not really saying, not really interested, or not really, don't really know what that is. Got some Kryptonite GPUs, some Kryptonite UPX. Let's see, UPX, there's 3 for Kryptonite GPU. 2,400 miners that are pool mining. All right, so let's go on down. Curve hash, Pulsar, Equihash, got 3, 30, only 30 on. So Curve hash only has 2 miners though, and the pool and 6 solo. So let's see, Flux on Equihash 125. Let's see what happens when you get, well, we're gonna click on that yet. Let's see what else they have. They got ETC hash for Ethereum Classic. Still got ETH hash. And we'll see if we can sort those when we go down the list. Got EverProg POW, CPU and GPU. Got FiroPow, POW. Not too many on there. 156 in the pool. 1 solo miner. FRK hash. Some EXP mining. So it's like Ghostwriter's got 4,765 pool mining and 336 solo. That's the most that we have countered so far. Ghostwriter, I know Reaction Core, a few others, and it's CPU mining. We'll see what that has when we come back. Then you have your Grostal A6 and FPGA. It's only 175. Heavy hash, same thing. You've got only 185 currently on. Carlson hash is fairly new. Still got 118 in pool and 6 mining solo. The Carlson coin. Cowpow, and you see there's 10 different coins that they have available. We'll check that later. And let's see, 1365, still not as much as Ghostwriter. That's GPU. As far as GPUs, let's see, looks like so far Cowpow got the most with GPUs, and Ghostwriter is a CPU algorithm. Let's scroll down, see how far we can go down. So we got Kakak for the ASICs. There's no one on there. K Heavy Hash. That's for Caspa for GPU and ASICs. There's 89 folks on the pool mining, but no one so far solo mining. This of now. Library got 53. Lyra 2 version 2. That's Mona. Got 3 folks pool mining. 2Z ACM. Got 26 pool miners there. And Mega BTX. Getting BTX 365. Let's see. Meme Hash. Got 27 pool miners. Some Mike with some VCAX. Got 46 pool miners. Minotaur X 3363 and Mayor.gr 10. Now, when you go on the site, once this video is posted and a few days pass or however time pass, the number of miners, of course, is going to change. But I can't see them changing drastically unless something happens where there's a new coin or a new algorithm or a new coin that's on the rise or something like that. They'll generally stay close to the number, not exact as many miners as do I. Every few days I might switch, especially if it's CPU mining or trying out a new coin or something like that. So, but now this is like generally these will be where they'll be at until some drastic changes. All right, so NeoScript, it's got 54 miners on. It's a GPU algorithm and an FPGA. NeoScript Xaya, it's got 207. It's got 2 algorithms that can be mined. Nexapow, which is a Nexa algorithm, 15 on. Nexa's making a move as far as, not really in price yet, but as far as miners, on every site that I see that has a Nexa, it's a lot more miners than it was over the last month or so, last few months. Here you got your Odo script, that's Digibyte. You got 6 solo miners and 6 pool miners, and that is on the FPGA. Your Panthera, that's usually for your XLA, and that's Scala. This one says CPU, but it also can be mined on Android devices, Android tablets, Android phones. But there's no one on Panthera right now. Your Power 2B, let's see, that's MBC. So whoever's mining that, but it's several people, 494 in the pool and 39 solo. Now we got the Prague Pow Z. That's 3003. This one's mining Zeno, almost 1,000, 942 pool miners with 31 solo miners. Now here's the most so far with a GPU, the Pyron hash. And somebody's getting some Pyron, or PYI 2828, and that's, like I said, GPU miners pool, and then there's 7 solo. So let's go back up, 2828. So it's still, Ghost Rider still has the most miners overall for CPUs and GPUs, but the most GPU mine just passed Kapow, Pyron hash so far is 2828. All right, so next you got Quark. It's ASIC, and so is Qubit. Just a few miners, 20 and 13, respectively. RandomX, CPU and GPU. I wasn't aware there was GPU RandomX. I'm going to have to look deeper into that. Anywhere there's 79 out, and we'll check and see if we can find out which ones those are, which coins those 3 are. Usually it's Monero, then again it could be Zephyr, could be QRL. Like these are all RandomX mineable coins in different pools. All right, next you have Script. This is for ASICs, 232, along with 66 solo miners. Script N2, 43 and 48. Like somebody's getting some XBTX. Then you have SHA-256. There's 15. One of the most popular is Bitcoin. There's an ASIC mining. There's 14 others. Still only 1,071. Looks like that would be the most for ASICs so far that we've come across. All right. We got 256 CSM. Somebody's mining Gale. 149 pool miners, along with 10 solo miners. Then you have 256 DT. Someone's mining Novo, like 380 pool miners and 333 solo miners. You got 256T with 9 pool miners, no solo miners. Then you got Shade 3D, 45 pool miners. And that's mined on GPU and FPGA with 3 solo miners. All right, then you got 512, 256D, GPU, RXD, 948 pool miners, along with 12 solo miners. Let's see, we got SIB, got ASICs behind Altcoin, or HEL, whatever that is, 28 pool miners, but most of these are solo, and that's also ASICs. And then Sky is ASIC as well with FPGA, and nobody's really interested in that today. Sky Doge, CPU and GPU. Someone's mining Sky Doge, 49 pool miners and 4 solo miners. Now you see with the new meme coins and new tokens and all that. So it's always like I mentioned before, I do enjoy mining those just in case one of them goes out. I can get them really cheap, or just for the price of electricity, and just hold on to them. But because of the number of coins out there that you have to choose from, it's still that chance that most of them are going to go to zero before they 100 times. But still, it's still, as long as you're not invest in something that you can't stand to lose, or if you can't afford to pay your electric bill, then you don't need to do that. But in my case, like I said, I like to have a variety, and then every once in a while, if I get started on one, have a decent amount, and that coin starts to rise, I'm not following the crowd. I'm actually leading the way. But like I said, don't have a crystal ball, so can still lose out on them, even though I mine. They're worthless. Me, I can hold on to them until they're worthless, or until they're something, or until they're still the same price I mine them, and then swap them for something else, or do whatever with them. But it doesn't bother me. But like I said, it's your game. Play by your own rules. Know what your goals. Set your goals. Adjust your goals, and then do however you want to do it, and learn from others. You don't have to do what everybody else does, but it's good to have the knowledge. So let's go on to the next one with the Vert Hash. Vert Hash. VTC, there's 251 people on the that's pool mining, 11 soloers. Then you have your Varus hash, which is VRSC, CPU, GPU, and FPGA. But there's 6,466 pool miners, 66 solo miners. So far, that's most for CPU, GPU. Well, it's combining CPU and GPU and FPGA, so it's still the most overall. We'll give it credit for that. So that's the most that's been mined here on the Zergpool so far. So exactly, who's actually on, or who uses Zergpool the most. All right, X11, A6, X13, 129, 109, X16R. We have GPU, ASIC, and FRPGA. And you got your Gen X, and that's 479 pool miners, along with 2 solo miners. All right, so then you got your 16 XRT, the GPU, FPGA, your AVN, 6 and 10, not too many folks on that. Same as the 3 X16 RV, 52 miners on, plus 3 solos. Then X20R, you got RC with 13 pool miners and 4 solo miners. Then you have X21S, GPU algorithm, 2 different coins, 43 pool miners, no solo. And then 25, you have HTH, 15 pool miners with 1 solo miner. So let's do a little scroll down here. Next we have our Yes script, CPU mineable and GPU mineable, with 2 different coins at 499. Then you have your Yes script, Crypt R16, same CPU, GPU, a little less on there. Yes script R32, it's only for CPU, and that's for DMS, 45. Then you have Yes Crypto R8, and those are CPU, which is MTBC. There's only 10 pool miners along with 1 solo miner. Then you have your Yes Power, 2994. That's a huge amount of folks. You have 5 CPUs that are 5 different coins that use the Yes Power. Yes Power LNCG. You have 2 different coins, and there's 505 pool miners, and then there's 86 solar miners. Yes Power MP NGPC. Yes, MGPC coin get mined is CPU mineable. 120 pool miners for 67, and then you got 64 for R16, 33 for sugar, whatever sugar is, the coin sugar, and then you got 31 from Yes Power Tide, which is CPU again, and then Yes Power URX is CPU mineable, and it's the URX code. 46 miners or pool miners and no solar miners. So let's go check out what happens if we click on one of these that have several coins. Let's see. Kryptonite GPU. Let's go with Ghost Rider because it has 24 different coins. That's having second most miners. So we click on it. What do I do now? There's no. Oh, there we go. We got some over here. So, oops. Let's go back to that. Kryptonite. Okay. Move us out of there. Hyper. I guess I fat fingered that. Let's go back and find. We're still on pool. So it takes us back to the home. That's why. Okay. Home. Let's go back. Find that again. 511 Ghost Rider. Okay, so I click Ghost Rider. Alright. So when you click on the algorithm, it'll take you bring up this window here to the left, where it'll tell you every coin for each algorithm. So out of those 4,511 pool miners, you're not going to get the number over here exactly, but this reason why the 24. So they have Rex, REIX, Forticoin, Litorium, Reaction Core, RTC. I do mine that a little bit. I just started mining that not too long ago. Subi, that's kind of new. Yarbus. It also has F Society, Skytier, Mercure AI, Osin, Varscoin, and Arsigility, and Bitfish Coin, GSP Coin, and Maxiter. You also have the Gainprox, CoinTaft, Raptorian. There's a lot of CPU miners jump on. Jagoan Coin, Nikito, and you have Baba Coin and Bitorium. You have Tai Chi Coin, and then Metiable Coin, and those are the coins. So you notice that we went from the home. Let's go back to home. We were over to pool. So if you click on any of these, it'll take you to the pool or the last one that you selected. All right. So we're not going to go through all those, of course, but we'll scroll down further for more information. It gives you graphs of the last 24 hours on Ghost Rider algorithm, last 24-hour hash rate on Ghost Rider algorithm. Let's go down here. It tells you when the last blocks were here. You know, Rick's 14 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, 17 minutes ago, and so on. And look at how many blocks. It'll tell you all of them, all the coins, or all the by each coin. You just got 11 out of 20. If you want to list items listed, you can change that to 100 a page. But you have 26,170. So if you want to find your coin and see when the last block was, see if you're mining and you're checking. That's one thing you can do too. If you're mining and you're like, well, I'm not. Am I getting anything? I see the hash rate. Let's see when the last payout was and see if my, or watch it live and see if it goes up. So if it's like 17 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever, try to figure out the how often those blocks or how often you get the payouts. Then you can kind of wait for the next one and see if you get one up and see, oh, okay, I went up by 0.04 or whatnot. So at least your active miner is actually getting something out of it, right? So that's what it looks like on the pool tab. So here the wallet, let's check on what the wallet tab would do for us. So if you want to see with the wallet tab, you can put your wallet address in there, and then select coins. Click that. That's not doing anything without an address. But if you want to search and say you have a miner or you got several miners or whatever, and you know the address that you're mining to, you can click on that and it'll go and give you your stats. I don't have any mining on Zergpool, but I used to mine on Zergpool. One of the complaints that I had some, it was nice. Like you had 2 GB GPUs and some real older ones, cheaper ones. They will allow you to mine on that, and I think I was mining on Litecoin, but the rate that I was getting paid out, I never reached a payout. So like I've mined for like almost a month on 1 or 2 CPUs off and on, and did some CPU mining with them as well. But I never got enough to get the payout. And when I checked out the stats and kind of looked and see how far away it was, it seems like it would take several more months just to get a payout. So when you're mining on any mining pool, especially like on Zergpool, check to make sure that the payouts or fit what hash rate you're willing to give. You really don't want to have one where you mine for 6 months or 9 months, and it takes that long for a payout, because who knows, that computer might go down, or that pool might go away, or something weird might happen, and you'll lose all that. It's just a little bit of electricity, yes, but you could have been mining something more productive than to get zero. So be aware of that. So that's why I stopped. I don't really mess with Zergpool. And then I had some issues getting my GPUs configured for some of just to see how which mining pool to use. But like I haven't tried back that was a lack of knowledge. Not that Zergpool was a bad site at all. I just didn't know what I was doing, and I kind of gave up. But once I learned, I'll at some point I'll go back on Zergpool and still try to fill around. It's like when you're shopping for car insurance, you say every year or so, you should still shop around, and because things change. Same thing with mining. Every so often, check it out on a different mining pool. Check out your stats, because they can fluctuate, and it's always good to know that you're getting the most you can out of where you're at the pool that you're using. All right, so now let's go to the Miners tab, see what the Miners tab has to offer us. Okay, so here we got some miner versions. So when they say miner, they're talking about the software, how many miners are on. So for instance, XMRig, we know that's a CPU mining program. So they're telling you the versions that are on right now. So this is the count by count, and it's pretty awesome, I guess. So it's a long list. So there's so many versions of XMRig. It's I try to get the latest version, but I don't get it the day it comes out. I usually I'll be moping around and find out that, wow, I'm 2 versions behind. And the next chance I get, I'll go ahead and download it. And the next time I reset my CPU miners or have to do something, maintenance to them, whatever, then I'll go ahead and upgrade that miner. I don't just stop every CPU. Oh, there's a new version out, let me change right away and disrupt the mining, because it does affect how much you mine every time you start and stop. So a steady miner that stays on all the time will earn more than one that's turned off every couple of days and turned back on, even if it's just a quick off and on. So beware of that. But there's a lot of different versions of XMRig. They got some Wild Rig. I never used that. CPU miner, SRB miner. That's for GPUs. There's really only 7 people using that Wild Rig, that version, and I guess that version multi 8.5 CPU miner again. Look at trying to find some different ones. We see the different versions of them. Yeah, we're down to the single digits, and we're not even close on the page. So let's see. Looks like they're sorted on how many people are using them. So if we go down here, okay, that's it. There's something else at the bottom of the page that we'll check out. So the right side of the page, the pool status, still the same in the home tab, the pool tab, wallet tab, and the miner tab. No worries. Let's see what else we got at the bottom of this page. So yeah, so SRB miner, Wild miner, CPU miner, TI miner, and XMRig seem to be the only ones. Strata HM, Stratum Proxy, whatever that is. I've never seen that before. Okay, so let's scroll down and see what else is offered on this page. Miners configuration, Ghostwriter. Okay, so I guess that's a configuration they use and how many. by number. Couldn't really tell you what that means, but at some point I'm sure I'll figure it out. Looks like some type of software or some type of, I don't know. I can't begin to guess on that. But it's a proxy. But let's scroll down and see if there's anything else of use, because there's a lot of space to scroll on this page. So we'll get through it and see what else we can do. All right, yeah, just those. Again, let me get back to this top of this list. So yeah, so the miner configurations, but it just says Ghost Rider on that one. Okay. All right, so the miner configurations information. So the next tab over looks like it's the setup tab. And it gives you information about getting set up. So we'll go through some of those and kind of see what's what. Hey, before we get into that, let's back up to miners again. So we click on miners. So when we look over here, we're at Ghost Rider in parentheses is because it's highlighted. So let's see if we can get that unhighlighted and see what we'll have under miners. Nope, you got to have something highlighted once you get there, I guess. So close status, just like that. All right, so let's try another one. Kapow. So this one, since it's GPU miners, now there's the GPU miners. No wonder SRB miner. Those were all for CPUs because it's Ghost Rider. That makes sense now. So if you look at Kapow, the different miners versions, you'll see T-Rex, Mini Z, Team Red miner, NB miner, TB miner. This is a good place to find even XM rig. I didn't know that they could do Kapow with XM rig. But this is a good way to find the different miners and miner software. So let's see. Some other BZ miner, Nano miner. I already said T-Rex G miner, Wild Rig, Crypto Dredge, Kapow miner. I've never heard of that one. Another Wild Rig, SRB miner again. Chat GPT miner. It's pretty interesting. 10.7 or 0.10.7. Chat GPT Open AI. Chat GPT Open AI. There's 5 people using that one. I'm going to look into that. Then too, like I said, if you have miners, I know sometimes some for whatever reason, if I switch miners software, you can get errors or it doesn't work for certain coins. So they don't all work, but there is a list per miner that will tell you which algorithms go with that, that work on that miner. Sometimes they're listed as that they will work, but I couldn't get them to work. Sometimes I have to use T-Rex. I used to like using MB miner for Kapow all the time, but it depends on which rig I'm using. It works better for my 360 rig than my 380. So I use T-Rex when I'm going to use Kapow for that one. Weird, but that's just how it goes. And LLL miner, but LLL miner doesn't allow. You can't use Kapow algorithm for LLL miner. Let's see if there's something else that's like Nexa. I use LL miner for Nexa. But here on Zergpool, they only got SRB and Wild Rig. And let's see, anything else? Let's go GPU. ProgPows. Not familiar with that. I don't know. Rainbow miner. Let's see if we can get a good. Well, Panthera, they don't have anybody online, so something. That's RandomX. See what they got here. XM rig, of course. And I wanted to see the coins they had. That's what they tell me. Oh, that's the mining tab. Okay, we won't go back too far. I just wanted to verify that, so you know that if you click on the algorithm, it'll tell you the miner versions that are being used online at that time and how many, which is pretty good. I mean, not really. That's not going to really matter, but you can check your version against what they're using online, and they'll let you know. Oh, I got a newer version. Because sometimes you don't get notified when there's a newer version available, but that's one way to say, hey, mine is 19.2. There's a 21 out for Linux or whatever, or Windows NT or Windows 64 or Windows 64-bit edition. So you can go ahead and go find that one and download it. All right, so now let's go back to where we were left off at when we were talking about setup. So the setup tab over here on the right, getting started with GPU mining, and it gives you some downloads here. Below are instructions for quick start using Windows systems. Download NVIDIA drivers. If you should already have those for your card already, hopefully. If not, you can get some drivers from there, but the chances are the best place to get them is the NVIDIA website. Also, that might be where this takes you in the first place. Your GitHub, if you want to get the Rainbow Miner, gives you the correct address to get it. Usually, if they're on the if you're on the Zergpool site and you verify it's the right URL, zergpool.com/setup, then it should be safe to download. If you have another one, just always make sure you double check that address, because you don't want to be putting software such as mining software on there, because if it's not a miner, or if it is mining, you could be mining for someone else, giving you false readings, but you're mining in someone else's wallet, or you could be doing malicious stuff to your computer, and who knows. So you want to make sure that you're at the right URL. All right, MinerStat's mining management software. Start mining on Zergpool with MinerStat. Down here, Awesome Miner mining software. If you want to use Awesome Miner, you can download and install it, and then click on this link to activate Zergpool and Awesome Miner. So you can click on it once you have it downloaded, and then it'll give you its version of a desktop or whatever. So you can just put in your address and select the coin that you want to mine. I don't know if I got Zergpool still on here, but I will see. Then you got CryptoNight XMRig mining as well. Start mining for Zergpool with XMRig. So this is for CPU mining. All right. Then here, mining difficulty configuration. It gives you the calculations so you can see how what the mining difficulty is. Then here, option 1, mine a particular algorithm, gives you the actual bat file information. Here, what they didn't do. So you have to know that my mining execution file. So if you're using XMRig, for instance, the first thing would be XMRig, .exe, or if it's XMRig 2. Whatever the version is, whatever that execution file is named, that has to go first when you do your bat file. So it would be something like this. Let's see. In Notepad, you start a new text, and you would do xmrig. .exe, then you would space, then you can go and copy and paste this, copy that, I would make up my file, click paste. So here we have our URL or stratum where we're gonna do a stratum plus TCP. So it looks like we're gonna be pool mining there. Then we're going to use the script mining algorithm. That's what it looks like. Or this is a little different than what I'm used to. Here's the information that you want you to plug in. That's the hardest thing about switching from something that you're used to and something that you're not. Like if I'm using NB Miner or LOL Miner or even XMRig for unmineable, I can pretty much know those by heart. But basically what you do is, if you would switch this to whatever port or whatever you want to mine to, along with that port number here, you fill that in. Same thing with here, whatever URL they tell you, hey, I want to mine, Dogecoin, so I'm going to go ahead and go to this under Dogecoin, change that, whatever port number they use on that pool, I'll put in there. It'll be the actual number. Then your user, it says your BTC address, so your Dogecoin address will go there, and then you would do dot. Actually, that's part of the Dogecoin address. Usually, like I said, this is kind of new to me to figure out. But like I said, on unmineable, I would know that, hey, after the dot, you put the name of your rig, then a space, and then a hash. And if you have a code, then you put your referral code there, and then one space, and then -p. But we'll do that, and when we get to the unmineable video, I'll show you that. But this is how you would do it, just like any other file. And then when you save it, you would go to File, Save As. It's coming. I'm recording, so I'm a little slow here. There we go. Whoop, it's getting there. So what it does, what I'm going to do is one day. So here we are. Come on, ready? All right. So now it's a text file. So first thing I would do is switch it to all files, and then name it test.bat. And it's saved in where my rest of my XM files are, or my bat files are saved. So you see I got my Cardano, Algorand. See, all of these are batch files, .bat. So all I do, because my XMRig file, my execution file, is in here, I would just click on that bat file, and the first thing on there is going to be XMRig execute. So it'll start XM for me, XMRig for me automatically. That way, if the configuration is right, then it'll continue to mine. But if it's something off, I'll get an error and I'll see it, and then I can troubleshoot the file from there. So let's get this out of there. Cancel that. I'm not going to save that because I got to find it and delete it. Close that and do not save. And that's my wallet addresses. All right, so over here, solo and party mining. They call it party mining. Let's go option 1, mine in particular algorithm. That's option 1. Mine in particular algorithm. So if you know exactly which one you want, both of them are saying mine in particular coin. Okay, so first the algorithm, pick the algorithm, then mine particular coin. Pick the coin, then mine particular coins with auto exchange to payout address. So let's say you want to mine Doge and you want to get paid out in Bitcoin. A lot of times you want to do that. You got to think about it. If the coin you're mining in, if the price, you want that price to be up and your payout price, whatever coin it is, to kind of be low. So you'll get the maximum out of it. Because if you're mining something that is down, then you're going to get the same amount of coins, but they'll be worth less. Then when you swap them over to another coin, if that coin is worth more, then you'll get less of the coin that you're paying out in. But vice versa, if the coin you mine is up, when you trade in 10 of them or whatever the number is, you'll get more value. Then you can trade over to a coin that you like that's actually down. Or some people like to do it. Hey, I'm just going to get Bitcoin for everything, or if coin you want to collect, then that's fine. But when you mine, you want to make sure that the algorithm that you're using, that coin is not in the basement. It's going to fluctuate, but if it's down, look for something that's better that you can mine, that you can get, that'll give you more overall, whether you keep the coin or not. And then if you're like me, sometimes if you're going to mine that coin and you're still in the collection phase and you're still gaining, still buying and mining those coins, then yeah, you might go ahead and sacrifice it. Like, okay, I'm gonna keep on mining them until I hit my threshold to get how many I want to hold for the next bull run. All right, here you got down here you got the solo and party mining. So I'm assuming party mining is like mining in a pool. On most mining pools, they call it pool mining or party mining, and then solo mining is when you mine on your own. So if there's like 60 blocks or 60 whatever that crypto is you're mining per block, and if you don't get a block, you don't get anything. And if sometimes it depends on your hash rate. It works better one way or the other. But let's say it's 60 and you're pool mining, and then you get 1% of that. You'll get something every block, but a small percentage. Then over time, because chances are if you're solo mining, you're not going to get every block. You're not going to get something every block. It's just how it works, unless you got a killer hash rate. But in pool mining, if you'll get something every block. You will get it might be a micro amount of that coin, but you'll get something. All right. Here we got our TLS and SSL projected connections. And here's Zergpool supports TLS and SSL, single socket layers. SSL is usually solo. TLS should be the same. Connection to a pool. All regular ports have TLS, SSL sibling, and can be used to connect with Stratum plus SSL protocol. TLS port numbers are easy to identify by adding one in front of the regular port, which is, for example, 13333 is TLS secure socket layer port for SHA-256 mining algorithm. All right, so it just tells you something about mining. It's still a little more confusing to me, but eventually I'll try it back out again. Probably not with the 2 gigabyte cards. I don't know if I still got those, but maybe CPU mining. See. So the next tab, we did the home, pool, the wallet, miners tab. Now we're on the settings tab. Let's look at the payout tab and what it does. So here, this is the payment level. Looks like the Ooh, that's like the threshold. So let's check these out. Now this is something to be aware of. So let's say Bitcoin Cash. And so the payout level, if you reach this anytime, then on the next block or the next cycle, they'll pay you usually a few minutes after you reach this, maybe up to an hour after you reach that many mined. Here, if you hit Sunday, some of these are different. I know the Litecoin one was different. I don't know if it is now. We'll check it out. But over here is Sunday. If it's on a Sunday and you hit it and it's lower or whatever, they'll pay out. Same thing, you hit a certain area, a time, and you reach that threshold. Usually within an hour, you'll get paid. Is fee covered? It tells you the fee is covered or not. If it's pegged to Bitcoin equivalent, it's not. And miner password configure. That's a mystery for me. Miner password configure. So I guess if you're using Bitcoin Cash, well, let's go and see what these thresholds are looking like. There's only a few. Okay, it goes all the way down. So these are Zergpool guaranteed payouts. So these are the ones that they swear by. We support more than 200 coins for mining, which can also be selected for payout. Please make sure to specify. So let's go on and see what they got. Bitcoin Cash got 0.0015. That's a substantial amount for mining. So if you're trying to do it on CPU or even on a small GPU, it's going to take a while. So you want to have some ASIC or some serious GPU rigs, but I say ASICs because it's going to be a long time for payout. And the last thing you want is to get close and not be able to receive your 0.0015 Bitcoin Cash because it's up pretty high right now. We'll look at that later. Then you got your Binance Smart Chain 0.039. Sundays is the same thing, and the fee is not covered. We'll go over there. Here's Bitcoin, so 0.0015. Let's see what Bitcoin is today, if I'm not mistaken. Let's open up the old calculator, see how much that is. So when you look, this is what you should always do when you get a general rule of, all right, how much am I mining? Like how long is it going to take me to get this threshold? Look at Bitcoin price today. I think it's at 41,000, but we'll get it right off of 41,939 and 31 cents. So times that by 0.0015, and we have $62.90. So if you got an A6 miner and you get like, let's use 20 something, maybe you got $19 a day, or actually, no, probably what $19 a day before electricity, or $12 a day, whatever. That's doable. But if you're mining CPU and you're getting like 12 cents a day, if you get 12 cents a day, let's see how many days it takes. Divide that by 0.12, I believe. 524 days. So you have to wait a year and some change, over a year and a half, to get paid out. And a lot of times, anything can happen. That pool might close down, or it might, your machine might get damaged, or your computer, whatever. I don't know. You might not be able to mine anymore. Whatever. You don't want to wait that long between payouts. So if you don't got the, if you don't have the hash rate, it's okay. There's always something else to mine that pays out quicker. That's reasonable. And then if you really, really want to, and you got enough of them, you can swap it to Bitcoin. It would make more sense. At least you'll have it. So next, let's look at the Pancake on the BEP20 algorithm. Let's get back to my other tab. Let's see that and that. All right, so Pancake 7.63692. We're not going to look at every price, but this is the same on Sundays as well. Now here's one now. Dogecoin, for instance. So 50 Dogecoin is the average payout. I know on the for F2 pool it's like 30 for unminable as well. You can raise it higher, but this is the minimum that you can go. You can't go lower than that. So 50 is, but then if you have 15 or whatever, and Sunday rolls around, they'll go ahead and pay you out. But I believe you can disable that, so you can still wait till you get your 50. All right. Ethereum token. There's no more mining Ethereum. So now let's look at Caspa, or Flux, sorry. Flux is on Equihash 125. It says, don't know what plus 1875 PA means. But anyway, Flux is 0.668 payout, and on Sunday is 0.1336. So this is significantly lower, just like as Dogecoin. So be aware of that. Caspa. So one of the things I know, I do this too. When I first started mining, I used to love to see payouts every, the lowest I can set them. If I'm mining Raven coin, if I can get paid out every time I get one Raven coin, and I was always excited to hear that little ching. So, but when I start reporting, my mining, I know everybody doesn't do this, but I like to do this. I like to report my crypto I buy and mine, so that I have it over a year. If I got to pay taxes, it'll be capital gains taxes, if any. So that's my main goal. Unless it's a killer rise, then I'll go ahead and take the L on it. But that's me. I'm not saying that you have to do that. That's you handle your own business. But so what I like to do is I do monthly payouts of all my mining. What I'll do is the last day of the month, or right around the last day of the month, I'll go ahead and do that payout, and then let it reset for the next month. So I got one payout a month. I track that on my spreadsheet, so I can report and know that okay. I had this at this time, this much. So when I want to sell it, I can show that I had it for over a year to avoid regular income tax. But I do report my mining income. It's minimal for now, and then if I get a big payout, that can save me a huge on my taxes. But like I said, if you want to know anything about that, go to a registered CPA. Anything I say in this video, it's not financial advice. Please do your own research. I'm just telling you what I do and sharing my experience with you. All right, so back to Caspa. Caspa on K Heavy Ash, the minimum payout is 50 Caspa, but if you have on Sundays, you can get paid out in 20. Now, I have no idea why they do this. If anybody knows, please put it in the comments. I would love to know. I'll do some research on it, see what I can find. If I do find anything in the future, I'll incorporate it in one of my other videos. But yeah, I have no idea what the relevance of that Sunday low payout is. All right, moving on to Clever, which is on a TRC20. That is Tron, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, so 11,765 and some change on regular payout and for Sunday. Then you got Litecoin 0.25. So this is what got me, and then Sunday 0.05. I think I got up to 0.023 or something like that, which kind of sucks because that's a fair amount of Litecoin. It was only it wasn't, I can't remember, it may have been 40 or 50 bucks at the time, but now it's almost $70. And if that's my thing. If you're holding on to it for a while for the next bull run or whatever is going on later on, there's no telling the value. So yeah, I didn't like that part. But all in all, it's still good. But I couldn't even get to the Sunday payout. That's what I was trying for. But when I calculate the days and my rate and I try to put my GPU rig on it, I can only get one GPU to mine it. But like I said, it could have been just for my my incompetence at the time. I didn't know what I was doing. So nothing bad. I don't want to say anything bad about the site because it haven't been proven yet. But if I see something that I don't like, I'm going to share it with you. I feel like I'm responsible for doing that. All right, so next we have our Rapturian, good old Ghost Rider protocol. You get 318 Rapturian for payout. I'm not familiar with that, if that's decent or not, if that's a long time or you need how much hash rate you need. Never mind Rapturian yet. But the good news is the payout on Sundays is 63 Rapturian and some change. Down here with Raven Coin, 50 is about everywhere. It's about the same, 50, 30. Between the 30 and 50 rate, you'll see that generally across the board. Raven Coin, it's not really doing much. It's from where I look at it, when you look at these coins like Raven Coin, every couple months there's a new hot one out. Everybody's on that, so it's kind of splitting the market share. So if there was only one coin out similar to Raven Coin, you take everything else away, and you give them that whole market share, it would be a beast. But the sad thing about it, they're coming out with new coins all the time. Some make it, some hang around and fight for sheer life, and let's see what happens. I've got about 3,000 Raven Coin. Nothing that's going to change anyone's life, but I'll hold on to them. I mean, what the heck? They're not doing anything. They're just under 2 cent, hanging around that 2 cent, 1 cent range. But 50 Raven, get 2 quarters or $1 if it's 2 cents. But on Sundays it's 10 Raven Coin payout. Next, good old SHIB on the Ethereum network. that's a, let's see how we got it. A little over 20 million to pay out. That's a little less than the Ethereum network on Unminable was 30 million. So I started mining SHIB on CPU, and then I looked to see how many I had. I had 30,000 mining for 3 days, and I calculated. I was like, whoa, I do not want to wait mine for that long on some SHIB when I can find something else and I could just buy it. But be careful with SHIB. Same thing. Sunday is the same, but those transfer fees are tremendous on Ethereum. That's good if you hold Ethereum or if you're staking Ethereum. It works in your favor. But if you're buying a little bit of SHIB a little here and there, if SHIB doubles or whatever, you might earn back all your fees, your transaction fees that you paid when you transfer it, when you buy and sell it. So you might get lucky, and that's how bad the transfer or the fees are on the Ethereum network for something like Shiba Inu. All right. So next is good old Tron. 20 tokens. That's a decent amount. 20 on Sunday. Tron has been holding steady as well at around 10, 11 cents. It's not really moving, but it has a solid network layer 1. And I said I've collected Tron, but I was around 8 cents in how many I bought over the time, and then I staked it for a little while. Tron is 20 is a good payout for USD coin on. Looks like the Ethereum network, 200. That's crazy, $200. Unless you're using some kind of ASIC miner. Same thing for Tether on ERC network, on the Ethereum network. That is $200. If you mine $200, how long does it take to mine $200? I guess with all my hash rate, I could do that for a month. Yeah, if I really wanted to. But I wouldn't do that for $200, then turn around and use it to buy crypto. I don't know. It just seems kind of high. Same on Sunday. But you can get paid out in it, mine it, get paid out in it, or whatnot. Then you have Wink on the TRC20. I believe that's Tron network. If I'm wrong, somebody can correct me in the comments. I don't mind. I like to be accurate than to be whatever you want to think of it. All right, so now Wink, you got 389,007 and some change for regular payout and Sunday payout. Monero, you got 0.12456, and then for Sunday it's only 0.02492. So it looks like about almost a fifth, somewhere around that, about 20% less on the ones that do pay out Sunday. Only requires about 20% of the total regular payment. So down here, this is what I was scratching my head about. So Zergpool non-guaranteed payouts. So non-guaranteed payouts are paid from coins mined at a pool. Hence, it is important to watch if respective coin is mined actively enough to be paid to prospective wallet. Below table indicates required thresholds, levels pegged to Bitcoin equivalent, and coins amount mined at Zergpool.com during the last 7 days. Highlighted entries require attention, as there might be insufficient blocks mined lately to secure regular payout. So yeah, that's what I was like, wait, what? And I don't recall seeing that anywhere else. But let's go on S5G Cash on the X16 RV version 2, 81 for a payout, and 16 and some change. Like I said, about a fifth of that for Sunday. Actinium, not really know what that is, but 305 and 61. AI Power Grid is a new one that's kind of hot on the CowPow. Just need 1.60811 and then 0.32. So yeah, so it seems to be for Sunday, but it seems to be consistent right around. Seems to be about 20% or a fifth of the ones that are offered on Sunday. Then you got Altcoin Chain, 149 and 29. All right, so our Sagility, we got down Alt Chain 149 29. Our Sagility 7825 1565. All right, so we're not going to go through all of them. Let's just highlight take a look at it. We'll highlight the ones that are familiar or new or whatever. For instance, Bellcoin, that's on F2 pool as well. 630, 686, 137. Bitcoin Atom, Bitcoin Gold. See those are close to Bitcoin. 0.017 for Bitcoin Gold and 0.0025 for Sunday payout. Let's see, scroll down. Bitcore, Bitnet, 708, 141. Chlor, Cowpow algorithm, 3.1 for the payout regular and 0.62007 for Sunday. Conceal 11 and 2.2. Digibyte on Qubit is 52 Digibyte, which ain't too much, and then 10 and some change. Dingo Coin, I've seen that one somewhere. That's 38,544 and some change, 7,708 and some change for Sunday. Let's go down. Ethereum. That's supposed to be. Oh, yes, that is what it is. It ain't Ethereum, but it's an Ethereum or EI Ethereum. Anyway, 203 at 40 on Sunday. I'm not familiar with this one. Equilibria, Ergon, 0.00032. Ethereum Classic, 0.01655. And these had a Sunday, 20%. Ethereum POW, 13,972. And a Sunday payout, 0.2794. Let's go Evermore, 2.1 some change, and 0.43 on Sunday. Expanse, is this the one? No. Finnick, Ferret, Firo, 0.24 and 0.048. So we got, scroll down, Fuerte Coin, that one's getting a lot of looks, 4,051 and 810. Genix, not really familiar with these. Gross Coin, see that a lot. Horizon, 0.04944 with 0.00989. Carlson, 21.94 and some change, and 4.388 and some change for Carlson. Carlson is becoming a little more popular. Well, we didn't see Casper was up front. That's right, it was 50 and 10. Didn't remember seeing that. Right, still looking. Maxeter, 388 and 67. So they're pretty consistent on this side with the, I guess it's the non-guaranteed. They're pretty consistent on the lower Sunday payout. Actually, most of them now on this end, but up top, there was more not paying out different on Sunday. Wonder why that is too. Meow Coin, 1871 and some change, 374 Sunday payout. Neoxa, I do mine Neoxa, but I never mind it on Zergpool. I usually use Hero Miners. I might have used 2 miners before too. I don't know if I did that first, but Hero Miners is the one I use most for Neoxa, and its payout is 126, and it's 25 for Sunday, which is really low. Get quick payouts if you got the hash rate. Neurai, same thing, 128.25. I do mine Neurai, but I use Hero Miners as well. That's pretty decent for Neurai. And Neurai and Neoxa is right around the same price range, believe it or not. At least, yeah, they're 0.002 or 0.003 range. I think 0.003 Neoxa, I think Neurai is 0.0025. You know, it's close, really close. Nexa, 54,300 and then 10,860. Nexa is, I think it's like 5 zeros now, so that's pretty decent amount and doable with a decent hash rate. So Novo, it's at 100,000, not familiar with the price range, and then 100,000 both Sunday, and that one doesn't have a Sunday, 20%. All right, so going down. Polygon on the ERC, 237. That's a lot. Polygon, if it's the Matic, Polygon's right around 80, 70 cents. That's a lot of coins of mine. Maybe it's something different that I'm not aware of. It's on the Ethereum chain. So, all right. Let's see, Pulsar coin, Pyren is new, 12.21 and some change, 2.44 for Sunday. Radiant, 211.42. Reaction Core, RTC, 898.65 and 173. It's a fair amount. Let's see what else we have. Your REX, see that with Ghost Rider 1066, 213. Russell, Safe Mine, Scala, Pantherium. No one's on there, but this is the one that could be mined with Android tablet, Android phones, XLA. It is 5,935 and 1,187 on Sundays. Syspop, 299.59. Never heard of that one, but it's Sky Doge we mentioned earlier, 18,823, 18,823 and some change, 3,764 on Sunday. Let's go down. Subi, we've seen Sugarcane, Tai Chi Coin, Ghost Rider 2021 and 404. Max, Vertcoin 10.7 and 2.1. Okay, at the bottom. Get this thing on down to the bottom for you. There we go. So it looks like WorldCoin 55.99, 11.198. Zaya on Neoscript 7.4 and 1.48 on Sunday. And let's see, Yenten 223 and some change, and 44 some change for Sunday. And Zephyr 0.02827. Really? Yeah, that's about right. That sounds good. And 0.0056 on Sunday. All right, so that tells you all the coins they had and their payouts. And that was the payout coin. API may not be able to help us. Let's see what this one's talking about. API. So wallet status. Crush Zergpool API. Not familiar with this. Oh, so if you're running, I guess if you're, these are your parameters. So if you want to change something, see if I can decipher this. And not accepted. Nah, that's so maybe this is the when you're running, looking at the mining in the dashboard. Some of the symbols or some of the phrases are it's going to give you. Let's see, Zergpool API status. So name or this. So this is the configuration then. So if you're doing X11, for instance, Zergpool API status, name X11 is the algorithm, port 353, TLS remember adds a 1 to the port, so 13533, coins 10, fee 1%, hash rate tells you the hash rate, and 3 whatever, it doesn't give you gigahertz or giga whatever it is. They all have different measurements, depends on the algorithm, different measurements for the hash rate. So you might have souls or mega hash or kilohash or gigahash or just straight hash. So this would be the hash, the straight hash. So if it's 10,000, then it would be 10 kilohash, 10 million, 10 mega hash, and so on. Hash rate. Hash rate. Solo workers. Of course, they can understand that. How many workers are 5? Shared ones, there's 3 workers in the pool, or miners in the pool, or workers in the pool, and 2 solo workers. So the workers are, so if you have 5 GPUs and you have 3, you can split them up, 2. You can have 3 mining something in one pool and 2 mining the other. So whichever group you have those grouped together, you can do them individually, or you can do them, as a whole rig as one worker. So whatever you name that worker, how you can have different computers as one worker as well. Just name them all the same worker, and they'll count as one entity. Or you can individualize them, GP1 and just 370 rig or whatever, and then you'll have 8 workers, but it's not gonna. I don't know how that's gonna help you. I like to just do each rig separate, so that I know that hey, times 5. That's what I'll do. If I have a 5 GPU or 8 GPU rig, I'll put the rig name and then times how many GPUs it has. But sometimes you might just use 3 and 2, split them up. Then those 3 will be one worker, the other one will be another worker. Other ones will be another worker. So other than that, it looks like this is getting kind of into what we've read somewhere before. And yeah, this is like how to read what's going on with your miner, what it means. So that's not what I thought it was. So anyway, let's look at coins. This looks like it's going to be a list of coins, I guess. And so this is what actual mining is going on. It took me to Game Pass. Maybe that was the last thing I clicked on the other link, and it's going to give me, I guess, who mined what or how many was paid out, and then the finder, the address of that finder, whoever got part of that block. So in solo mining, so he's got his own block. So he got 941 of that block, solo. The party got this, and you can kind of see how many people were split up to. Don't see where to find that at. Effort 35%. So he got 35% of this based on his effort. He got 121 based on his effort. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you what that means right offhand, but I will look into that. If you have any clue, please put it in the comments. I would love to know. Just put hashtag blocks. All right. So that is that, and it's going to be whatever the last crypto that I put in on the miners page or whatever page it was. Pool. So when you select the crypto, it's going to show you that crypto. So next we got our exchanges. See what we got here. So Zergpool offers possibility to achieve best mining profitability auto selecting most profitable coins. Given their price and current difficulty, this is achieved by near to real-time integration with many known cryptocurrencies exchanges. Below table lists all current supported exchanges and coins which are traded on them. So basically what they're telling you is, hey, if something is up and it's profitable, and whether you don't want to, if you don't want the coin, that's cool, but you can get paid out on something else. So what a good miner would do, if you want to maximize your profits, you want to find the most profitable coin to mine, and then you can trade that into whatever you want, and they'll pay you out in it as you mine it. But of course, there's fees, and sometimes those fees aren't clear. So make sure you understand those fees when you do that. So also you can find here, just to help you find the coins too, is if you say, well, I wanted to mine it, but it's not profitable. Where can I buy it? And so you look on here, for instance, at whatever ACG is, and it's not on there. N, what does N mean? Not activated yet on non-KYC, but on ZegX, it's A, which means it's active. So you can probably buy this Rum Crypto ACG on ZegX, right? And so these are just the ones that they support. They don't have them all of them. They just have the ones that they support. I mean, you see, mostly it looks like the ZegX has got everything almost green as we go down there. All right, so let's look at see anything that's. See what Bitcoin, for instance, where are we at? No, Bitcoin Cash. Let's look at a popular like Doge. So you expected it to be all the way across, but it's not. So active on this first one, CoinX, with the other, all these in the middle, and ZegX. So we would think that Doge would be on basically every other exchange, but it's not. So no worries. But that's what this tab does, the exchange tab. And the good thing is, I wonder, let's try it. Click on this AI Power. So this one, still on coins. So it took me back to coins. So yeah, that's what that does. If you select a coin, it'll take you back to coins, and that one highlighted. So next, your frequently asked questions. We're not going to go through these, but if you're interested, that's where you'll find them. What is it? Can I get other BTC? Looking for something that we had a question about real quick. So I go down, see if I can answer my own question. Change. Why don't I get paid? Or my payment got stuck. I went to my. Okay. Nope. Should I set difficulty manual? Yeah, you can look at these. There's a lot of them, but doesn't seem, nothing jumps out at me. How to set a work name for miner? Can you explain to me what exactly point mining is? So Party mining, I think that's like pool mining. It's all right. So now finally you got your support tab. And what does that do? Discord, you can send in information and all that. But what I will do is, let me see if I still have this on my computer so I can show you the setup. Let's see. No, I do not. I haven't. I use I use another miner. It starts with a V. I think Vert Hash or Vert something. But I did use Zergpool before too. But now, after I use it, like I use it mostly for reference. So let's try one more thing here. You can generate command line and copy to miner to stat. So let's see what this got here. So let's go North America. Algorithm. Let's try something like Cowpal, something that I've used before at least. Cowpal, payout currency. Let's go Bitcoin. Target coin. Let's go AI power grid. So there. Sadly, I don't have a wallet. Yes, I do. It's not open though. So yeah, I'm not gonna put. I don't want to dig up my wallet. So if you put your worker's name in, you can type that in. But your wallet address, you copy and paste there. Put a worker name. Oh, so it generated out so far. So the -O stratum plus TCP. So it didn't ask me about party mining. So this is pool mining TCP. Cowpal North America .mine.zergpool.com. So this is the URL here. With the stratum TCP, that means you're pool mining or party mining as they call it. Then your colon, and then your 2 forward slashes cowpal.na for North America.mine. This is the URL zergpool.com, and then this is that port number 3638. If you want a solo mine, slap a 1 in front of that and change this to SSL instead of TCP, and that should get you solo mining. Then your user would be your wallet name. Your P is for password, and this is what they mean by C equals BTC. If you're using, okay, these are the passwords because I'm paying out in BTC, so the C equals BTC, and then MC equals AIPG for AIPG. So if I want to do this, let's try this. Bitcoin. I can't even get paid out of Bitcoin. Look at that. So I say, yeah, I'm mining Bitcoin. I'm mining AIPG, but I'm paid out in Bitcoin. I'm trying to mine the same thing, get paid out in it. Let's see what that looks like. Doge. So are you telling me that? Oh, so these are the only ones I can't mine, so they don't have script on here. See if I can mine Chlor and get paid out in Chlor. Let me do that. No. Oh, here we go. Wow. They could have made that easier. So there we go. So AIPG. So yeah, they would still put, you're going to put a password here for both of them twice. If you, whatever you're getting paid out in, it's going to go C equals AIPG and then MC equals AIPG. Okay. So yeah. So other than worker name and wallet, let's see if I put some for worker name if it let me do that. Oh, so regular. So if we go solo, it didn't change the TCP or the port number. Maybe I gotta refresh it or something. Let's go back to regular. Your name. X3060 times 5. And that's how I do my 3060 rig. So is it gonna put that anywhere? Here it is. So ID number equals RTX 3060. So the only thing we're missing here is our wallet number. Our wallet address would go right here. That would be by my AI Power Grid wallet address. Go right there. Just space address space .p for password, and then the password for whatever I'm mining, and then whatever I'm paying out, and then the ID, the name of my rig. ID equals, this is the name of my rig. So this is how you learn how to write your BAT files, by using these generators and kind of breaking down what they mean. What I don't like, say if I do party. So party, something switch. Party. I thought I seen something move, but just I highlighted the wallet and then unhighlighted. So solo. Yeah, they're doing Stratum TCP. Usually everywhere I've mined is SSL here. and then the solo mining port number. So they say you put a 1 in front of it. So it didn't refresh. All three of these are looking the same. Maybe there's something I have to do or whatever. Let's try this Anycast. So that North America went away. Whatever's closest, whatever it picks up, whatever's available. So that's to Europe. That changed. So let's go solo. Let's try this again. North America still didn't change anything. Neither did it change port number. So be aware of that. But that's a good way to learn, your command line, learn how to make bat files, especially on the miner that you want to use, is knowing that. So what I usually do is I'll copy and paste. Let's say I change this and I want to mine something totally different. I'll just put the address there of whatever coin that is, copy and paste, and then save that and rename the file as whatever the coin I switch it to. Here you just click this to copy it. So you can copy that and then you can paste it right on there. Make it simple for you to create your bat file. Alright, so let's see. Let me check out one more thing. So yeah, so that's that, and now let's see so here it has, I know I've used MinerStat before for reference. Along with this, I don't remember, it's been a while, but this is the partner links. So MinerStat, we'll look at that in the future. Probably do a video on it. It should be a lot shorter because there's not much. It's a lot on there, but not as much as Zergpool. M Plus Miner, not where mining big rentals. Because if you want to rent mining equipment, NiceHash. I've used NiceHash before to mine Bitcoin, CPU and GPU. Basically, I don't think you mine Bitcoin. You mine whatever is profitable and you get paid out in whatever in Bitcoin. Because you don't want to mine Bitcoin with a CPU or even a GPU these days, because the difficulty and hash rate, you will get nowhere. But getting paid out, sites that tell you that you can mine Bitcoin, you won't be mining CPU. It's not really worth it. But they'll pay you out and they'll give you a decent threshold, so you're not mining for years just to get a payout. Coin, to me, not familiar with, and Crypt Unit, not familiar with, but these are the partner links. We'll check these out in the future and see what I can find. If I've learned enough and deem them worthy, I'll go ahead and make a video about those in the future. Let's see, and that's it for Zergpool. Like I said, total 34,479 miners online. Let's tell you the next payout, 16:34 Eastern Standard Time. That's my local time. So it gives you a countdown up here for that. Actually, you got 55 minutes. I'm looking for it to go, but it's 55 minutes from now as we read this time live. So if you're looking for a payout, that's when the next one is. So if you're not sure if your miners or your stats will still be going, but if you're not sure that if you hit your threshold and you want to stop mining when you hit your threshold and get as much as you can, do that. I would recommend if you're going to do that, just shut it down a little bit earlier. If you're going to mine something else, because you'll get a fraction. You might get a fraction of it, and if you don't want to go back to that coin and try to get another payout, it'll be left on there. I don't know what they'll do with it, but you want all your crypto. At least I want all of mine. So now, other than that, like I said, this is a good reference site. You can learn different coins, information about different coins and algorithms. Practice, creating your batch files, learning how to read those dashboards and those messages that you get. That's just scrolling while you're mining, so you can know that, like they said, hey, well, one of my miners are down. Usually it'll be red. You'll get an alert when one of the GPUs are not working. Hopefully, you can determine that pretty quickly, because it sucks when you're drawing. You got miners on, but they're not mining. It shouldn't take as much electricity, but it is using some. But yeah, your payout will be less, and no one wants that. So yeah, this has been my video on Zergpool. If you did like the video, if you hung with us this long, that's awesome. Please put a like and leave a comment. If you have answers, or if I left something out or something you want to share about Zergpool, share it with the rest of us. We'd love to know. I'd love to hear from you. And then if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so at this time. All right. So thanks again for joining. Take care and have a wonderful day.